The following match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the What Culture Pro Wrestling Championship.
A bad night so far for the Prestige, but things can get a lot better if the prestigious one can somehow retain against the brand new WCPW Hardcore Champion.
Swaying to the ring with a weight of 229 pounds from Edinburgh, Scotland, the What Culture Pro Wrestling Champion, the prestigious one, Hendry.
Well, even before he was WCPW champion, lingering under the surface was an ego the size of a small planet with Hendry, but that has just enlarged multiple times over since he has had that title around his waist.
Dave, if you were Hendry, you'd be 10 times worse when it came to the ego. He can wrestle, he can sing, he can talk, he's intelligent, he gets about 150 quid per signing of autographs. I mean, this guy he's prestigious in each and every way. If I died and I came back tomorrow, my two choices would either be Angelina Jolie or Hendry. That's why I'd want to reincarnate him.
Imagine you were Angelina Jolie.
I never leave the house.
Hendry.
Giant mirror. Sorry, carry on.
Spend most of your time staring in the mirror anyway. As does Hendry, I think. Hendry trying to intimidate the referee. That is what the Prestige are all about, isn't it? It's all about intimidating opponents, officials, getting your own way.
No. I run the show. Don't introduce my opponent because I'm the champion and I've got something to say.
Champ's privileges.
So you know what that means, Germany? You know what that means, Berlin? For all of you, that means...
Frankly, for most of the German fans, they can't understand him.
Dave Bradshaw, you're not listening.
If you be quiet, I'll speak. If you be quiet, I'll speak. Or we can wait. Whatever you want, no problem. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah. Listen. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. And if you don't shut up, I'll get you to move. So shut up when I'm talking. Or I'll come out there and I'll slap each and every one of you. I'll slap that Batman logo right off your crappy t-shirt. Anyway, as I was saying, if everyone could just be quiet when the champ is talking. The legal team at Hendry Towers have been very busy because I'm the kind of guy that is the centerpiece at Milan Fashion Week. I'm the kind of guy that all the brands around the world want to be associated with. And What Culture Pro Wrestling keep putting me in situations where they're going to damage this face? Not going to happen. And now they've decided that Primate, the hardcore champion, is going to face me in a foreign country and disfigure this beautiful face. Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. He's going to be sued if he even touches me. There's going to be no weapons because if there is, he's going to be disqualified. There's going to be no funny business. This is going to be a professional wrestling match right down the middle.
Sounds fair to me.
Now, I realize there's a whole bunch of you who don't like me, but there's a stag dude from Scotland who do like me.
I told you a stag do. I said it, didn't I? Greedo!
I'm starting to question their taste.
And everyone else can go home because, guys, this is just for you, what I'm about to say. Yeah. Well, you know what I think the most pathetic thing about this show is? I think the most pathetic thing is that you idiots paid and wasted all your money to travel to Germany when I got paid to be here. You paid to be here. So who's the groom? Who's the Because listen to this. When you walk down that aisle, you're going to have to look someone in the face. And she's going to be like, why did you spend all of her savings on going to see Joe Hendry? Is that what you did? You're going to go, yeah, I spent all my savings on going to see Joe Hendry. And you know what she's going to say? She's going to say, it's cool, babe. I like Joe Hendry as well.
She probably will, Dave. Who can blame her?
And bring in my opponent.
Oh, he's finished. Miracle we didn't run out of time.
He should be our ambassador to the EU.
Caused an international incident. Speaking of a man who causes incidents, Primate is a incident waiting to happen, to put it mildly. The new WCPW hardcore champion.
And his opponent, with a weight of 250 pounds, from parts unknown,
Primate, the first ever hardcore champion after beating Jimmy Havoc to win that right. And there are few more terrifying specimens in the wrestling world than that man.
And everybody in wrestling is talking about Primate, thanks to the new movie that's coming out, which documents his family heritage. What? It's the latest Planet of the Apes release. I think it's War of the Planet of the Apes. Well, as it's also known, Sunday ran at Primate's house.
Feel lucky he can't understand you, you know. Maybe his next victim.
Maybe we should communicate in cave paintings.
Well, Primate prefers to communicate through violence, and he's done that very effectively against all comers here in WCPW. Before he became the hardcore champion, notably that best of 7 series against Rampage. Hendry has somehow managed to even turn his own countrymen against him. Takes some doing.
It's jealousy.
Jealousy. Maybe it's just the fact that Joe Hendry literally could not care any less about other human beings than he does. He is all about Joe Hendry and about nothing else.
I think Joe Hendry should be the best man after that speech. I'm sure he'd do it. 20 grand.
Yeah, it's all about the
decimal point and where that falls in his paycheck.
for a man who says it's not about the money, but it's about the prestige, Joe Hendry sure does like collecting cash, doesn't he?
Well, the more cash you have, the more prestigious you can be. It's simple, basic mathematics.
I'd ask you to explain that, but I've just realised I don't care.
This is why you'll always be poor, Dave Bradshaw, and unprestigious.
Unprestigious. Just because Joe Hendry calls himself prestigious doesn't actually make it true.
I call him prestigious, so it must be.
That adds to the case against.
Oh, look at that. Hendry with the belt straight away.
Hendry is...
He was trying to give it to Primate, just to let him look at it.
what a gentleman, eh? Primate. Big overhead suplex. And Hendry already retreating to the outside. And given the form that Primate has been on, that's led him to the hardcore title, if I was Joe Hendry, I would be particularly worried here about the possibility of Primate taking the gold right here in Berlin.
Not just Primate, he's just upset an angry, travelling abroad Scottish stag do. I mean, that's like trying to start a fight with a nest of vipers surrounded in piranhas.
What?
I'm trying to think of something worse than a drunken Scottish overseas stag do that you've just insulted. Oh, look at this.
Well, I think I'm the least of their worries. Joe Hendry has insulted them more than anyone else in the building here.
Primate thought Joe Hendry's head was a banana.
No, this I don't think the bell is rung here, by the way.
What's the bella's got to do with it?
The bell, the ring bell, has not yet rung. This is a brawl. It's not supposed to be a hardcore match. The reason there isn't a count going on is I don't think we've even started the match. It's just a pre-game, if you like, for Primate. Well, Hendry, though, is looking worse for wear. Hang on. Big slap across the chest of the champion. And hang on, Primate.
Oh, he's going to go and hibernate. See you in 6 months. Oh no. Oh no.
Hendry wishes he was going to go and hibernate. Primate with a steel chair. Oh, he's got the throat of Hendry. Oh my goodness. The larynx of Joe Hendry crushed against the top of that chair. Dangerous stuff from Primate.
Primate has rapidly transformed the ringside area. Talking of which, what's Primate's favourite transformer?
Well, I don't know.
Optimus Primate.
Seriously, how long did that one take you to think of?
It was instantaneous.
Oh, hang on, Primate. Primate's taking a run up here. Primate! Big running drop kick. Running kick at least into the side of the chest of Hendry, knocks him off that chair. And again, this match has not even begun. That's why there's no countout. That's why the use of the chair hasn't brought a disqualification, because we're not even started yet.
Hendry needs to regroup and rethink, because this is not looking good for the prestigious one. The champ is in trouble, and it pains me to say it, but sadly not as much as it pains Hendry.
Emphasise on the word group and regroup there. You've got to think that Hendry has a backup plan if this doesn't go.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because every single piece of past evidence indicates that he will do whatever he needs to do in terms of bringing the prestige out here if it'll get him the victory. How can you deny that? You can't deny that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just seeing Hendry dominate here. Look at that. And this crowd booing because Hendry went to the eyes, whereas Primate has gone to every single part of this building with some sort of violent intention. Come on, chap.
Hendry.
He may be the greatest man that's ever lived. I don't care what Austin Aries says. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at it all.
Well, this crowd slightly less infatuated with Joe Hendry's brilliance than you are, but he's going to start believing his own hype if he continues to take control here against the hardcore champion.
And he is enraged, Joe Hendry. And you don't annoy the prestigious one.
I shut you up, didn't I?
Yeah, you tell him, champ. Have I mentioned how much of a fan of Joe Hendry I am?
Yes, literally 5 seconds ago. Joe Hendry growing in confidence, if that's possible. Primate going into that barrier.
Joe Hendry is a grower and a shower. That's how great he is.
You just found 2 words that rhyme and tried to make it sound like a coherent point. Hendry putting the boot in. Pectoral, that left pectoral area of Primate. Smashing him head first into that metal floor.
Take that, you weird no monkey.
We've seen this ruthless side of Hendry before. That's how he won the title in the first place from Martin Kirby after Kirby got a head injury. And those two's match ended up at ringside, and then Hendry refusing to stop focusing on the skull until the referee had to stop the match.
Look at this idiot on the ring. Get off the ring. Can you believe that? Oh, lucky Hendry didn't flatten him. And what does this say about the champion, our champion, Joe Hendry, that he can match this kind of offense with Primate and make it even? I mean, this guy's the hardcore champion and Joe Hendry's taking it to him.
Do you want me to just give you a cheerleader costume for Joe Hendry?
I'm just respecting the champ. The proper one, not the hardcore one. Some belt they just invented.
So the hardcore title's not proper, but suddenly Hendry is he?
That's it, beat him with a monkey mask.
So biased. Hendry, so far in his less than illustrious title reign, has also had to cheat to beat Martin Kirby a second time. Cheated to beat Rampage. Not exactly the most admirable of title reigns.
Whoa.
Oh, Henry with a backdrop on Primate. Hendry, quick to congratulate himself. Once again, I haven't heard a bell. This match has not begun. Primate has been pushed down this rampway.
Joe Hendry is just great everything he does. You know, he was in Milan recently, as he mentioned earlier. He got paid more for being on that stage, that catwalk in Milan, than most wrestlers in the United Kingdom make in a year. You know, you see all these wrestlers going, oh, I've done this many matches this year, oh, I've done this many shows this year, like it's some badge of honour. Joe Hendry got paid more than all of them. That's because he's a professional wrestler and not just a dumb mark.
I can't believe you're going to criticise wrestlers for wanting to wrestle.
Professionally, if you're professional, he's a prestigious professional. He's all the P's.
With your alliteration. Anyway, Primate being led up by Hendry up to the bar area, slammed into the bar here in Huxley's Neue Welt. The kind of brawl only normally seen during Oktoberfest.
What month is Oktoberfest again?
It was in September.
That's weird.
That is weird, I'll grant you.
Whoa.
Hendry over the top of the bar. And Primate, I think he's going to follow him. Hendry is, what he's doing, looking for something he can use as a weapon maybe. Well, Hendry is filling up a glass of water, but had absolutely no effect at all.
What a sportsman Hendry is, offering a drink of water to refresh his opponent before the match continues. That's the kind of action you can only see from the Prestige.
If there's one thing one word I would use to describe the Prestige, it would be sporting. Goodness sake. You ever listen back to yourself?
Oh, all the time. I'm my own ringtone.
Why am I not surprised? Primate throws Hendry back into the ring. Hendry is trying his best to flee.
He's not fleeing, Dave. He's just creating an opportunity to do that. That's why he's the champion.
Ever the opportunist is Joe Hendry. There's a DDT from the champion. Looking to retain against Primate.
Oh. Slow count.
A slow count.
Slow. I'm telling you now, that was a slow count.
What's wrong with that?
What is it about Joe Hendry that now that he's seized his destiny, he's grasped the brass ring that everybody talks about? Why is it made of brass, by the way? Why is it not gold? That makes more sense. Since Hendry has been on this winning form and this winning streak, winning the title, you're remiss to say anything positive about him. What is it about him that stops you saying, come on, say something about the champ?
Okay, I'll say something about the champ. I have not yet seen Joe Hendry retain his title without cheating.
Oh.
There's the fact for you.
Did he get caught?
Well, obviously not.
So then it's not cheating, is it? Because you're not a referee, you're a commentator. So if the ref says it was fair, then it's fair. That's the way it works, you see.
Well, there's some twisted logic, if ever I heard it. Hendry cover again. Right leg hook, just a one count this time.
It's actually very sound logic, because if he cheated and he got caught, he'd be disqualified. But he didn't, and he won. So it makes sense. So now say something else about Joe Hendry. Come on, he is taking it to Primate.
Well, that is another thing about Joe Hendry. He has absolutely no compassion for other human beings, and he nearly ended the career of Martin Kirby.
Not another bad thing, a good thing. Come
How
on,
is
I'm
that a
giving you
good
this
thing?
platform to say one good thing about Joe Hendry. Would it hurt you that much?
I want to say something good about. Why would I want to say something good about a human being as obnoxious as Joe Hendry?
He's our champion. He is prestigious.
It's not prestigious just because he calls himself that.
You've got problems. Not as big as Primate. Look at him. He's in a world of trouble here. Go on, champ.
Yeah, Hendry may be going for the freak of nature. In fact, he was, but Primate lands on his feet behind. Big spine buster from Primate.
Oh.
Primate could leave here as the face of WCPW.
Oh, will you shut up? One spine buster. Who's the cheerleader now?
You're going to call me a cheerleader? The way you've been behaving towards Hendry ever since this match.
Well, he's got the champ's advantage.
Now, I think referee Sean McLaughlin is asking these two men back to their corners.
Is that the end of the round?
We might have rounds. Primate! Primate gonna charge! Oh, referee! Referee got speared by Primate. There's a low blow. Hendry cheats again.
How is it? Hold on, Primate was the one that attacked the referee, and now you're saying that Hendry's cheating.
He didn't deliberately attack the referee,
Primate did
did
it,
he?
boss. That's not what I saw.
You see what you want to see. You see that?
Yeah, I did see it, because Primate purposely took out the referee to leave Hendry in a vulnerable position, so Hendry fought fire with water. Not fire, Gabriel, kids.
You are
Look at... And
the worst kind of apologist for the prestige.
how unfair is this? Explain to me now how Hendry isn't the champion, retaining champion. Because Primate took out the referee, I'm getting so angry.
Yeah, terribly unfair that you can't win with a low blow and a belt shot, isn't it?
Idiot referee sleeping.
Primate, gonna choke out Hendry! Primate gonna choke out Hendry!
Oh, shut up! Come on, champ!
We can have a new WCPW champion right here! Primate! Hendry is fading fast!
Oh, get to those ropes!
Hendry is fading!
Go on!
We still don't have a referee!
He's in the ropes! Oh, that should be a break!
Well, there's no referee! A minute ago you were fine with that. Primate is going to choke out Hendry!
Oh, stay strong!
Primate is seconds away from becoming WCPW champion!
Oh, I feel sick in my stomach.
Hendry might tap! Hendry's tapping! Hendry tapping! Referee rings the bell!
No.
Primate is the WCPW champion!
No.
Primate wins it!
Hold on!
History made in Berlin! This is unbelievable!
I didn't see. I saw Hendry communicating that he was all right by tapping the opponent, saying I'm okay in here. He didn't tap.
What is this now? Referee has taken the belt from Primate.
All right, this is confusing.
Referee is talking to our ring announcer.
And here is the official decision by the referee. Joe Hendry gets disqualified. And here is your winner by disqualification, Primate.
What?
Well, that doesn't do Primate any favours.
Do you know what? Dave Pratchett, how can this referee disqualify Hendry?
The reigning What Culture Pro Wrestling Champion, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
Primate got away. He was lucky in that, I tell you right now.
What do you mean he's lucky? Hendry tapped out.
He was out for the count. No referee to cover the pin. Hendry's been robbed. I mean, he's leaving with a belt. That's a travesty.
How has he been robbed? He hasn't lost anything. Primate should be the WCPW champion. I assume the disqualification is because Hendry laid his hands on the referee. But Hendry won't care. Hendry, with so little professional pride, he doesn't care if he loses, as long as he keeps the title. Absolutely vile. What a sorry excuse for a WCPW champion.
It's a sea of random fingers. It's like a leprosy convention.
These German fans letting Joe Hendry know exactly what they think of him. Primate holding the hardcore title up high, but he was hoping to leave with 2 belts. Instead, Joe Hendry, the prestigious one, retains the WCPW title in Berlin.
This is your WCPW General Manager, and I'm here to announce the official brackets for the US qualifier of the Pro Wrestling World Cup 2017. On the left side of the bracket, it's High Flyer against High Flyer as tag team partners face off, with Ricochet taking on Matt Sydal. Next up, the Cowboy James Storm faces off against a professional mind blower, Keith Lee. The winners of those 2 matches will battle to determine the first competitor advancing to the finals in August. Over on the right side of the bracket now, we start with the best first-generation wrestler in the world, Jay Lethal, facing off against Moose. Finally, your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, David Starr, versus the one and only Bobby Fish. The winners of those matches will then fight to determine our second finalist. Tickets to see these phenomenal matches live on Friday, 21st of July in Manchester are available now at ProWrestlingWorldCup.com.